everyone is having a great week. And I'm going to give it a few minutes for a few people to come in, and then I will get started. My weather today is about 72 degrees, and it is overcast and cloudy. It has been raining here today a little bit. Not sure what the weather's like where you are. Hopefully, you're not being pounded by rain too bad. It's been a while since I've been live at this time of day, so not sure who's up and around, but I will give it a few minutes. I'm wondering, are there any birthdays or anniversaries that we can celebrate today? Hello, Guru, my sweetheart. Welcome, everyone. Welcome in. Anyone having a birthday or an anniversary or have a new grandbaby or anything anybody would like to celebrate, let me know. Hello, Carver. How are you? Hope everyone is doing well. I was just saying that it's been rainy here today and kind of overcast. Not the sunniest day, so I have on my Think Happy shirt, kind of cheer me up a little bit, because it is kind of gray and gloomy outside, and I don't want to be gray and gloomy on the inside. So I put on a shirt to help me feel a little bit more with it today. Okay, so if there's no birthdays or anniversaries or anything special anybody wants to celebrate, we'll move on. Next thing I wanted to talk about is that you can drop your link very easily. Shelby Jonesy, very nice. Hi, Ark. How are you doing? She says, anxiety happens when you think you have to figure out everything all at once. Breathe. You're strong. You got this. Take it day by day. Karen Salmanson. Thank you for that, Shelby. That was a very nice quote. And it's true. We don't have to do it all in one day. We don't have to even figure it out all in one day. Ark, I hope you've been having a good time. I haven't been on your channel in a while. I've been busy. I recently met someone. He's in the chat, Guru. I've met him and we've been dating and we are engaged. And so that has taken up a lot of my free time. A lot of time that I used to not have anything to do when I was on YouTube all the time. And now I have to schedule when I'm going to be on because I don't have as much free time. And that's a blessing in itself. Just to have somebody to talk to and somebody who's got your back and somebody who will always be there for you. It's a wonderful thing. So if you want to drop your link, just do #echo. And then it'll drop your link. Shelby, I wish we could. I tried yesterday and it was a disaster. I could not get it to connect at all. So I won't be doing that today. I'm sorry. Shelby Guru said he just subscribed to you. So y'all get to know each other. I have oh, you guys have wrenches. Okay, good. When you look on the StreamYard comment section, you don't see the wrenches. So you have to look on I have to look on my phone to see who's got a wrench and who doesn't. Okay. I want to give y'all an update on my health. I do now have an injury on both toes. It was just on one toe and the other toe was okay. come to find out, there was a callus that had formed over top of the sore, so that I wasn't aware the sore was even there. And now I have found out that it is from the same thing that caused my first sore. When I wore those sandals with the oil on my feet, my sandals rubbed, caused blisters, and because I'm diabetic and I can't feel my feet, I didn't realize that I was causing blisters. So the blisters were pretty severe, and they ended up becoming actual wounds on my toes. So anyway, I'm having both toes treated. I have a home health nurse that comes in once a week. Hi, National Parks Princess. Welcome. She comes in once a week and checks them. And then I also go to the foot doctor every 3 weeks to get him to check them. So they're actually doing better. They are healing. They are getting smaller, but it is going to take some time. My other health issue is because of not being able to feel my feet, I do stumble and fall and trip myself sometimes. And I have actually fallen twice in the past week and a half. And so currently I have pain in my right wrist, in my right hip, and my right back area. Hello, Dawn. Welcome. And I need to give a couple wrenches. Hold on one second. Shelby, let me take care of that. And National Park Princess. Okay. Y'all should both be in blue now. Exactly. Creative soil. That's what it is. Neuropathy. And it is no joke. When you cannot feel your feet, you do not have any balance and you don't know where your feet are. And it's very easy to get yourself tripped up and to fall. And so that's what's been happening with me. Also, when I have an injury or I have something going on like that, sometimes it makes my sugar go up because of the pain. And then again, whenever my sugar is higher, then it makes it to where I feel my feet even less than I can when my sugar is good. So it's just a vicious cycle. It's one thing causes one problem, and then that in turn causes another problem. So it just goes around in a circle. But in general, I just have kind of a blah feeling most of the time. However, I really do need to be using my cane. You are correct, National Park Princess. I do have a cane, and I have had to use it in the past. But I'm like most people, I'm kind of in denial that I have a problem. And so I, try to go it on my own. And yes, Guru, you may request prayers for your dental care. I do have you on the prayer list, sweetheart, and we will pray for you for that. I'm going to do a prayer at the end of this stream today because I actually have a couple of people that I've been in contact with today that need prayer. So I put them on the prayer list, but I am also going to pray for them today on this stream. But I have big news. I will be starting a weight loss journey. I actually go Monday, October 2nd to the Sterling Bariatric Center for my first consultation. And at that consultation, they will weigh me. They will talk to me and discuss with me what my options are, whether or not I would be a good candidate for some of the surgeries they offer. And if not, then possibly just having a diet and possibly, medication to help with that or something like that. I'm really not sure. My family doctor said I'm a good candidate for it because even though I'm 60 years old, I am a young 60-year-old. And really the weight causes most of my other medical problems. So that if I was to take care of the weight problem, it may really help my health overall. And so I'm going to go and find out what my options are. And yes, Guru is saying that he got his filming issues taken care of from yesterday. His phone, we had a slight problem. We had an extension cord almost caught on fire. It cracked and it burned a place on the wall, which was right above right by the chair that Guru was sitting in. So it could have also caught him on fire if it had caught on fire, but thank God it did not catch on fire. So it just messed up some lamps and messed up the outlets. So there's 2 outlets that now are not working. But anyway, his phone was plugged into one of those outlets and it was charging when it happened. And so he had to reset his phone. Let me catch up on these comments. I'm sorry. We just got my dad to finally realize he needs to use his. He has so many falls recently. Yes, and it's one of those things that it's a kind of a pride issue. You don't want to admit you need that help. Good morning, Donis. And so that's kind of why I don't want to use the cane. People look at you when you have any kind of cane or walker or any kind of, external apparatus. They look at you and sometimes it's pity and sometimes it's, disgust. And I really don't like either one of those things. Thank you, National Parks Princess. I hope it goes well for me too. I'm encouraged and excited at this point. We will see what happens. But I will be coming on this channel and I will be doing my updates for that journey, whatever it may end up being. And I hope that I can help someone else maybe make a decision to do something to to encourage someone else. Creative Soil says, I stopped eating processed food the first of the year. I believe food is our medicine. That is so true. And it may be something as simple as that. They may be able to, find out what my body chemistry is doing and find out what it is I need to help to get it better. Guru is saying, I came with attachments, honey, cane, and rollator. I know, and sometimes we have to use those things. Sometimes we are injured and to the point that we need the extra help, but then sometimes we can do without them. And I guess I'm just in that middle area in between the two. I haven't quite decided if I'm, going to break down and use the cane or not. Both times that I fell were both in my house, and both times it was I'm not going to say stupidity, or it's more clumsiness on my part. And Dave, well, actually, I've fallen 3 times in the past 2 months. And the first time Dave caught me, I just lost my balance, kind of fell backwards, and he was sitting there, so he prevented me from falling on the floor. And then the second time was about a week and a half ago. I was trying to back up and my office chair was in the way, and instead of moving the chair, I thought I could squeeze past it, and I ended up losing my footing and fell. And that time I just fell flat on my behind, so that wasn't as bad. And then the other day when I fell Monday, I was putting some laundry into a laundry basket that was sitting up on the cedar chest, and the baby had stuff on the floor, and I don't know what exactly got me, but something made my balance off and I fell. And that time I landed on my wrist and my hip and my back. And I have this brace on my hand because I have really bad arthritis in my thumb, and wearing this compression on here makes it feel better. And it also helps me to remember not to use it too much. And of course, it had to be this wrist that I put out to try to, stop my fall. And so now I have that wrist pain along with my thumb pain. So I'm just one big pain today. Oh, goodness. Creative Soil says, I have been practicing standing on one leg and balancing because I realized I was getting wobbly. Oh, wow, that's an idea. we all lose our balance. Let's see, we all lose our balance as we age. It's the normal process. Yes, I believe it is a normal process. Um, but you know, how some people are just, so gracefully age, it's so nice and everything. I'm fighting it every step of the way. I don't want to get older than I already am. There's so many things that happen to us as we age that I'm not looking forward to any of it. So I try my best to slow the process down, really slow it all down. Good morning, Walter Davis. Welcome. We're just talking about my little accidents I've had the last few days and how I'm feeling. Don't forget to drop your links now. Just do hashtag echo and everybody get to know each other. I'm trying to grow my channel. Let me just make sure I haven't missed anything in the comments. Yeah, I mean, some people say I don't look 60. Most of the time, I don't feel 60 at all. But then there's sometimes I'm like, I'm feeling 60 today. I told Guru that the other morning. I just, barely going. And I have muscle relaxers that I take when I fall, and have hurt something. And I tend to get muscle spasms real easily. So I do have some muscle relaxers that I take. And of course, the first night I took 2 because I was really hurting. And Guru said the next morning it was like I was still under the effect. And he could tell a difference in my reactions, and things like that. And so last night I only took 1. So this morning he said, well, you're a lot more alert this morning than you were. I said, oh, okay, good. I'm glad because I don't want to be not alert. We get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, Monday through Friday, and I give us that out. We really don't have to be to my daughter's until between 6 and 6:15. She has to leave by 6:30. And usually the baby is still asleep, and I go in and wake her up, change her, and then bring her out to the car. And so we leave our place, around 5:45. And usually we get there about 6:05. It's about a 20-minute drive. Anyway, so I give us that time, setting the clock for 5 and 5:15, that as long as we're up by 5:30 and can leave by 5:45, we're in good shape. So this morning I was like, okay, hit the alarm, snooze, Guru's like, you got to get up. We can't keep hitting the snooze. I said, oh, I know. I'm just not ready for this day. So what did you say, honey?
I got up first.
Oh, yeah, Guru actually got up first because I was like, I'm going to snooze it. But I finally did get up and got dressed, and we went and we got the baby and came home. And all morning we've been playing with her, and she's finally down for her nap. So I tried to plan my life for 11:30 because she usually is ready for her nap by 11:30. Then Guru usually goes live at 1 o'clock, but he does it out in the car. So it doesn't matter because it's called car trivia. So it doesn't matter if the baby is awake or not. Are you coming to say hello?
I'm coming to say hello.
He is coming to say hello.
Thank you, National Parks Princess. I got my phone reset and took your advice.
Yay!
There's on the new app, you have to reset it each video or they'll just let you do vertical.
Oh,
and I did not
what
do
a
that.
crow. That's
good morning,
not
everybody.
Good.
This lady is sore, so we need extra prayers for her and extra back rubs.
And we figured out 2 things since we've been together. When I'm tired, I'm grumpy.
Oh.
And when I'm in pain, I'm grumpy.
I distance.
So Guru's like, I'm figuring it out. When to keep my distance and when to keep my mouth shut.
Where's the llama of truth?
Oh, right here.
Wrong channel, but The llama of truth. Yes, she is very grumpy. I keep my distance, but you know what? I still love you.
I know you do. And
There
I
you go.
love you. And I don't mean to be the way, but I am. I am
Oh,
grumpy, grumpy, grumpy. And also, another thing we've figured out that even when you love somebody, you still have to learn how to be a couple because we've been independent people for so many years and not had another person to worry about or care about or anything. And you really don't realize how boxed up you are.
we were
Yeah.
focusing on commingling things, and
Things, and now
now
we got to
we gotta
commingle
mingle
people.
us,
Yeah.
and that's
And it's
different.
different. It
Oh,
really
it's
is
so
different.
different.
And it's not good or bad.
It's
It's
so worth
just
it, though.
different. And it's like you have to realize sometimes you do things you don't even realize you do. Um, and then it's kind of like we'll stop and we'll say, oh, you know what? I know I'm doing this or I know I'm doing that. And it's because of this reason. And my biggest thing is I have a little bit of abandonment issues because my ex-husband left after 29 years and I didn't know he wasn't happy and kind of threw me for a loop. And so now I've been alone for 8 years. And so part of me thinks Guru's going to leave
I'm
for
never
one
leaving.
thing.
You're stuck with
And
me.
the other part of me thinks, well, I can't, it can't be as good as it seems. There has to be something wrong because I'm not used to having it this good. And so therefore I try to push him away. Like maybe if I'm really, really mean to him, he'll be like, that's enough. I'm out of here. And he's like, you say whatever you want to say. I'm not leaving.
I am non-returnable after 30 days.
That's what he told me. After 30 days, he was non-returnable. I'm stuck with him.
Yep.
So, as with anybody, you have to get to know people and you have to get to know your history, your background. Sometimes even things from our childhoods can come up and you'll react a certain way to a certain situation because of something that happened in your childhood or something you remember from childhood and the other person has no clue. I mean, you talk about your childhood when you're dating and you talk about different things, but there's still always things that you haven't talked about, and then you realize, oh, you don't know that story yet. You haven't heard about this that happened to me or that I did or whatever. And so you have to kind of stop and take time and be like, okay, let's back up. Let me give you some background on that situation or whatever. But thank goodness Guru has not taken anything I've said to heart and hasn't gotten mad back at me or said, okay, that's it. I'm going to leave or whatever. So I really think I've got a good grip on the fear of him leaving and me trying to push him away because it is good and I do deserve it to be good. And so, so I'm trying to realize that, I don't have to be uh, so much in control of every little thing and hanging on so tight to my independence. And, I can do it myself. And I really do need help. And especially with me falling and my health here lately, he'll have to remind me some days to check my sugar, take my medicine. If I fall asleep too early, he'll wake me up and say, you need to take your medicine or check your sugar. And one morning he let me sleep in because we didn't have the baby over the weekend. And he came in there and he said, I don't know what time you need to check it, but it's such and such a time. You probably should check it. I got up and I checked it and it was low. And if I had kept on sleeping, it might have got too low. So it was a good thing that he did that. But part of me is like, I'm a grown woman, leave me alone. I know what to do. And then the other part of me is like, well, isn't that sweet that he cares enough that he's, checking on it. So I probably appear to be like a split personality or somebody who's, extremely bipolar or something, because I do have different moods and different, and because he doesn't know me, hey, maiden, welcome in. Because he doesn't know me that well yet. He's probably thinking, who is this person? But that is what Lola and Lloyd, our other channel, is for. We're really going to talk about relationship issues and things like that on that channel. It was the No Drama Llama channel, but people had so much trouble finding that one because of the name, and you had to remember to put two L's, and you had to do the 349 on the end, and it was just a pain. Well, we found out that Lola and Lloyd, there is a girl that comes up, Lola Lloyd, like her last name is Lloyd, but it's not an and. Doesn't have Lola and Lloyd. So now that we've changed the name, I hope it'll be easier when you try to find it. It comes right up to our channel. So that should make that easier. But so now he started calling me Lola, and I'll call him Lloyd when he's looking at the ceiling, acting like he doesn't know what's going on. I'm like, Lloyd, pay attention. So we have become Lloyd and Lola, and that channel will be basically about our lives together as we commingle things and personalities. And
tell him what I was calling you before that, Cortasha.
He was calling me Cortasha. He didn't know where he came up with that from, or why he was calling me Cortasha, but he would call me Cortasha. And I was like, I don't know why, you have to have a nickname for me. But anyway, he changed it to Lola. So Maiden said, I had to change my name because someone used my handle and had a butt for the picture. Oh no, that's terrible. Yeah, that would be a good reason to change it. Definitely. I've changed the name of this channel. I added the @60 on there. I was just living my best life. And when I first started out the channel, I was really focusing on, how to get through a bad divorce, and also on grief and helping people deal with loss and grief. Well, I come to find out I've met a lot of people that have those issues, but it's not something they really want to talk about on YouTube. They kind of come to YouTube to get away from their own reality and their own, set of problems. So I kind of changed it. I added the @60 and took the focus more on things that happen in my life and how I'm approaching becoming a senior citizen and as I age and things like that. So I think every channel kind of goes through that evolution process where, what you think you want to do and what you end up actually doing sometimes aren't even the same thing. Or you stumble upon something you really like and you decide, okay, this is what I'd rather be doing. And you change your focus to that. So I think it's a pretty common thing that happens on YouTube. And even like Guru, he's going through a change on his channel right now because what he was doing, he was getting tired of it. And he said, it's either I change it or I quit. And he's too good to quit. So I'm like, you need to just change it and find something you like better. So the trivia is doing well for him. So y'all remember to go and visit him when he does his trivia. I do trivia as well, but we do kind of different kinds of trivia. His will be different every time, like a different category or whatever. I kind of do just general, and it could be a question about anything on mine. And you have to really do it. Oh, Maiden said it's really hard to turn the camera on yourself. Bravo, it takes a lot of bravery. We don't like quitters. That's right. Well, I'm not brave, and there's nothing special about me. It's just that I like to talk, and I find it easy to talk to people, and I hope that I make people feel comfortable and welcomed. And I know the friends that I have made on YouTube are going to be friends for life. Some of the people that I'm praying for today have been in my YouTube world since the beginning and have taken the time to get to know me, the person outside of YouTube, off of YouTube. And they are definitely people I call friends. And so I do want to pray for them as well. I don't have a whole lot more to talk about other than if anybody's got a birthday, an anniversary, a new grandbaby, somebody's engaged, getting married, something like that. Anything like that, I would love to hear about and help celebrate these things, kind of the milestones of our lives. I do the prayer request on my community wall. I do keep it updated pretty much every day. As people ask me to pray for them, sometimes I'll know somebody needs prayers, and I'll put them on the prayer list. Or like Guru suggested, to do the unspoken prayers, because sometimes people don't really tell you what's going on, but they're troubled, or they could use some prayer. So we have some of that. My bingo group, which Dawn that's in here, she's from the bingo world, and they're all a bunch of great people. We play bingo on my friend Norma Kay's channel on Sunday afternoon at 4:00. It's free to play. We do have prizes sometimes, and we have a good time. So if anybody is interested in playing bingo, that channel is called Real Life Happens, and that is Sundays at 4:00. I'm going to be going live once a week on each channel. So that'll be one Living My Best Life at 60 live, one Chloe the Chewini live, and one Lola and Lloyd live. Hello, Shan Retirement. How are you all doing? Doing good? They're also like us, a retired couple, and they travel a lot. They cook together. They have a really good channel. Make sure you drop your channel link. Donna says, I'm addicted to bingo. I know the feeling. Before that's right. Before I met Guru, I spent a lot of time playing bingo. Now that Guru's here with me, I spend a lot of time playing games with him. We play backgammon, we play Racco, we play cards, things like that. So I don't have as much free time. Well, we don't play that particular kind of backgammon. But we are having a special bingo on Saturday. The 29th, I think, is Saturday. Let's see. No, 30th, the 30th. And it's going to be at 12:15 in the afternoon. And that'll be for 2 hours. But they're having bingo. All the bingo channels are having 2-hour bingo. So it's like a bingo-a-thon. And I think it starts at 9 in the morning. I did. I play really competitive backgammon, and I did beat him. I have beaten him, but he's beaten me too. So it's not one-sided. He's pretty good and pretty competitive too.
I have a problem counting.
He has a problem counting his spaces. Sometimes he does an extra space or two, and I have to be like, excuse me. He doesn't do it on purpose, but still it aggravates me, and I'm like, back up, count that again, make sure. But everybody drop your channel links, and everybody get to know everybody else, and we'll stay on for a little bit longer. We've had a good bit of people come in today, and people in the chat. I really like that. I like having people to talk to in the chat and give me something to read and kind of play off of. He said, you two are amazing, Maiden. He's eating an ice cream cone right now, so he can't be in the chat.
I can't do 2 things at once.
He can't do 2 things at once, he said. And I believe that sometimes. Ooh, we got 11 people in here now. So happy. I love it when people come in. I don't know how many thumbs up. I can't see that on my on the StreamYard, it doesn't tell you that.
Can we do a little trivia?
You want to do a couple trivia questions? Okay.
I'm not going live today.
Okay, Guru says he's not going live today, so I'm going to do a couple trivia questions. Let's see. No, I want to do the harder questions. Y'all are the harder group. I have to do some easier ones on mine sometimes. Okay. The tallest waterfall in North America is in what U.S. national park? The tallest waterfall in North America is in what U.S. national park? That's interesting, Creative Soil. What about ice baths? Like as a form of meditation? Oh, Guru said something about maintaining your heart rate. Maiden got it right. It is Yosemite. Yosemite Falls drops over 2,400 feet. According to the Beach Boys, what do Midwest farmers' daughters really do? According to the Beach Boys, what do Midwest farmers' daughters really do? I'm from the Midwest, but not a farmer's daughter. The answer is make you feel all right. Okay, who did Gordon Brown replace in 2007 as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? Who did Gordon Brown replace in 2007 as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? Oh, we had two for that song. Maiden got it right. Make you feel all right. Creative Soil said keeping their boyfriends warm at night. Margaret Thatcher. Nope. Tony Blair. All right. What 1995 dating advice book includes the admonishment, don't call him and rarely return his calls? What 1995 dating advice book includes the admonishment, don't call him and rarely return his calls?
Hold on, I'm typing.
Oh, okay. Guru said, hold on, I'm typing. Oh, that's a good book, but that's not it. And Maiden, you're not right either. It is called The Rules. Okay, what color is the blood pigment of most coleopods, such as octopus and squid? Boy, Carver thought it was that too.
Black is what I meant to put.
Okay, but that's incorrect. Maiden said, I've never been right, Echo. What color is the blood pigment of most coleopods, such as octopus and squid? And it is blue. There, you guys got it. What nickname was given to NBA head coach Phil Jackson for his calm, philosophical approach? What nickname was given to NBA head coach Phil Jackson for his calm, philosophical approach? It was Zen Master. Okay. In what country would you find the world's busiest train station in terms of daily passenger numbers? In what country would you find the world's busiest train station in terms of daily passenger numbers? India, Germany. I have not seen the correct answer yet. Give y'all a chance to make another guess. Nope. I've still not seen the right answer. Nope. Not Penn Station either. It is Japan. The Shinjuku station in Tokyo.
Really?
Yep. Okay. In 1984, who became the first major party female nominee for Vice President of the United States? In 1984, who became the first female party nominee for Vice President in the United States? Yes, that's how you spell it, Maiden. I probably didn't say it right. Shinjuku. Geraldine Ferraro is correct. Whoop, doot, doot. We have a correct answer. All right. What school is Holden Caulfield kicked out of at the beginning of Catcher in the Rye? Come on, don't be shy. Just put an answer in there. It don't matter if you're right or wrong. We got 9 people in here and only 2 people answering questions, or 3. What school is Holden Caulfield kicked out of at the beginning of Catcher in the Rye? Okay. Maiden got it. Pensy Prep. All right. 1 for Maiden. All right. What was the first mammal to orbit the Earth? What was the first mammal to orbit the Earth? Yes, Pensy Preparatory Academy. That was a mouthful. All right, we got seal, we got dog. Correct answer is dog. Now for a bonus point, Maiden, what spacecraft was she in? Let's see if he can come up with that. Oh, she knows the name. All right, that is her name. And it was Russian. It was Sputnik 2. Sputnik 2 in 1957. All right.
Tell them I said show off.
Guru said you're a show off, maiden. What toy did an engineer invent in 1943 while experimenting with springs? What toy did an engineer invent in 1943 while experimenting with springs? He said, LOL. And Guru and Maiden are both right. It was a slinky. All right. California's Sonoma Man Fair hosts what annual canine competition? California's Sonoma Marin Fair hosts what unusual canine competition? Maiden got it right. The ugliest dog in the world.
That's not Chloe.
That's not Chloe. Our Chloe's the cutest dog. Okay. Who did not win the Nobel Prize in Literature? Faulkner, Fitzgerald, Hemingway, or Steinbeck? Which one did not win a Nobel Prize in Literature? Faulkner, Fitzgerald, Hemingway, or Steinbeck? Oh, Maiden. He said his ex used to go and won a few times.
Tell them the times that she didn't win, mine did.
Oh, gosh. Guru said the times that your ex didn't win it, his ex won it. Y'all are terrible.
Mine was dog ugly.
Oh, my gosh.
I got a beautiful one now.
And you're both right. It was Steinbeck. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was Fitzgerald that did not win. So Steinbeck did win one. Which animal is not a marsupial? Kangaroo, koala, raccoon, wombat. Kangaroo, koala, raccoon, or wombat? Hello, VS Speaks Royally. Hello, how are you? Yep, I'm doing it right now, babe. There you go. There's your blue dress to wear. Wombat is my ex's nickname. Oh my gosh. Raccoon is the correct answer because a marsupial carries their young in a pouch. So y'all both correct on that one. Last one on this card, what was packaged with baseball cards before gum? Guru knows this and he told me this. What was packaged with the baseball cards before the gum? Nobody?
I'm not putting it.
Oh. Maiden should know it, shouldn't he?
He got it. He figured it out.
Did he do it? Okay, yes. Cigarettes.
Very good, Maiden.
Very good. Very good. Guru says he's proud of you. All right, we'll do one more card and then I'm going to pray for those people and we'll be done. All right, first question. What fish is called Finnan Haddie when smoked in Scotland? And it's spelled Finnanhaddie. haddie, Haddie. What fish is called finnan haddie when smoked in Scotland? Everybody drop your links. Do hashtag echo to drop your link. And everybody connect with everybody and get to know each other. Maiden got it. It was haddock. What sitcom spawned the hit song I'll Be There For You? What sitcom spawned the hit song I'll Be There For You?
Oh my gosh.
You were just talking about this show.
Yep. I can't remember.
What we used to be.
Oh. I think it's like that. Friends. Oh. I remember saying it.
You were just talking about it. Okay.
Ross Geller, 3 divorces.
Yeah. All right, Maiden got that one right. Okay, what country was home for 153 of the first 400 Nobel Prize winning scientists? What country was home for 153 of the first 400 Nobel Prize winning scientists? Thank you, Donis. Anybody else got an answer? Anybody else? What country was home for 153 of the first 400 Nobel Prize winners? Surprisingly enough, it was the U.S. Whose single-season strikeout record did Nolan Ryan beat by one? Whose single-season strikeout record did Nolan Ryan beat by one?
That's your guess.
Oh, really? You don't know? All right, let's see if Maiden gets it. Whose single-season strikeout record did Nolan Ryan beat by one? And Maiden got it. Sandy Koufax.
Ask him whose record Babe Ruth broke when he hit his 60th.
Oh, yeah, okay. Maiden, this question's just for you. Whose record of 59 home runs did Babe Ruth break when he hit 60 home runs? Hi, Dawn Yarndahl. How are you doing? Welcome. VS speaks royally, no problem. He says, oh gosh.
Tell him it got me too.
It got Guru too. Whose 59 home run record did Babe Ruth beat when he made 60 home runs. He said he's thinking. No. That should be on your
That's a great question.
that should be on your giveaway thing. You want me to tell you, Maiden?
Can I put it in?
Yeah, go ahead. He said, I don't know.
Babe Ruth hit 59 before.
Okay, Dawn, no problem. I loved your video I watched of your live. That was really cool. I want to say Hannes Wagner. Oh, Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth had a record of 59 until he hit the 60th, and then he had it for 60. Yep. That's a good question. Not too many people are going to get that one. All right. Let me go ahead and say my little prayer, and then we'll be out of here. Thank you all so much for coming, and thank you for playing the trivia. That was fun. Thank you for suggesting it, Guru. All right. If we can just have a minute of silence in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and say my little prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, I come to you today and ask for prayers for everyone on my prayer list, most importantly for Dave, for myself, for PJ, for Bob, and for Savannah, for Selena. All of these people need your healing touch. I know that you are the only one that can heal, and I know that you will heal and that you have already healed all of us. All these things I pray in Jesus' precious name. Amen. Thank you so much for allowing me to do that prayer. I hope that everyone is blessed, that everyone knows the Lord and Jesus as their Savior. If they don't, and if you would like to discuss it, I'm always open, and my door is always open. You can reach me by email. My email is in the About section. I would be glad to talk to anyone about divorce, grief, loss, anything, really. I've lived 60 years and I've gone through a lot of things. And I just want to be on here to be able to help somebody. If I reach one person, then my YouTube career will be successful. And that's all I am. That's all I want, is to help someone person. I know that YouTube brought Dave and I together. If it wasn't for YouTube and for our mutual friend, David Lynn Prepper, I would have never reached out to Dave, and he would have never responded or reached back out to me. We would have never had a conversation, and we would have never ended up where we are today, here together. So anything can happen. Miracles still happen every day. Our Lord is one who does miracles. And if you don't believe in miracles or in the power of miracles, you just let me know. I can tell you some things that happened in my life that there is no explanation for other than that God performed a miracle. And that's about all I've got to say for this Wednesday weekday update. Let's see what the chat is saying. Maiden said, thank you. I am blessed beyond words. Amen. And let's see, Maiden said, creating positive waves in the world. That's right. We got Think Happy shirt on today. Dave is reminding me to tell y'all the story of when my daughter had a flat tire. It's kind of was a weird situation. Her and her husband had just left my house. They weren't, but maybe a mile down the road, kind of on a country road where there's not a lot of houses or anything. And she had a flat tire, and not just a low tire. She ripped that tire to shreds. And she pulled over on the side of the road, and where she was at, unless a car came by, no one would have seen her there. She decided to move the car, even though it was a flat tire. She decided to move it forward a little bit to where maybe somebody would see her. And then she started calling me on the phone. Well, she moved it just enough to where a farmer happened to see her as he was pulling into his road. He turned around and came and helped her. He didn't have what he needed to help her at the time, so he told her, to hang on. He'd be back. He went and got his truck. He had the power jack, was able to raise the car up, had that tire changed in a matter of minutes. We had got the phone call that she was in trouble. We got all loaded in the car, went to where she was at. While I was out talking to my daughter, Dave was in the car. Dave turned and looked at what was coming down the road, behind them, kind of just looking out to make sure that, nobody was going to get hit by a passing vehicle. And he saw the figure of a man standing in the road. And the man just stood there. With his hand in his back. And he had his hand like in the middle of his back, just kind of standing, observing what was going on. And when Dave looked back, he wasn't there. But I went over, and had talked to the man that was helping my daughter and thanked him for helping her. I got back in the car and Dave said, there was a guardian angel here tonight. And I said, what do you mean? And so as soon as he told me how the man was standing, I said, that was my dad. My dad passed when I was 18 years old. And I have always felt like my dad has been with me the entire time. And he would have been a guardian angel looking out for his granddaughter that he never got a chance to even meet. And Allison said afterwards that she didn't know why she moved that car. And we told her, that was God letting you know, you need to be where you can be seen so somebody can find you and help you. And so she moved the car, even though she didn't know why she was moving it. And so when we told her, God was with you that night. And not only was God there with you, making sure he sent somebody there almost immediately to help her, but we believe my dad was there making sure everybody was safe. And that everybody, and actually her husband was sitting on the edge of the road trying to change his tire when we pulled up. And I immediately told him, get up off the road, because I was fearful that a car would come by and would, run him over. Oh, I guess I must have hit my phone. I must have blocked somebody. I'm sorry. Let me see. You're unblocked now. Okay, thank you. Walter Davis said, amen. Thank you, Walter. Maiden said, my sister is a medium and you're not wrong. Then Maiden said, I lost my brother and cousin. I know they walk with me every day. Exactly. Okay. If you don't know about the Lord, and if you don't believe that your loved ones are watching out over you and see and know what's going on with you, please reach out to somebody. Trust somebody enough to talk to them and let them know, because it's a wonderful thing, very comforting to know. And I've always felt like my dad was there, always. And Dave said, he was definitely there that night. And that's very comforting to me to know that he's there with my daughter, times when I can't be there with her, he's there with her. And that's a miracle to me. So, okay, we've been on here an hour and 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up before I start bawling. I don't like to cry on camera. So, I am pleased and blessed to have had you all here with me today. And I will see you again next week. I will see you tomorrow on Chloe's channel. And Friday, Guru will be here with me on Lola and Lloyd. So stay tuned for those things. And he said he lost his blue wrench. How did that happen?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm giving it back to him.
I guess when you accidentally put them in a timeout.
I guess. I don't know. Try now, Maiden. Make sure I gave it back to you. Thank you, Dawn. And yes, blessings to everyone. I want Maiden to say something else, so I make sure I got him back blue. There he is. Okay, good. All right. Y'all have a great rest of the week. And we will see you on Chloe's channel tomorrow. Thank you and goodbye.